In the past, we were looking at how do we get as many people from point A to point B in the most efficient way possible by car. Now what we're looking at with Vision Zero is how do we look at all the road users, especially our most vulnerable road users. Those are bicyclists, pedestrians, children going to school. We've got to look at all of our road users and try to design a road network that serves all of them.
Every time that we as a county think about ways to prevent things before they happen, our communities will be safer and healthier. And I think Vision Zero is one of those unique opportunities where we can really think upstream about how we can prevent those serious crash and injuries in the first place.
You know, working with Public Works, we get a lot of things like the ability to share our data. We can find common issues with our traffic complaints and the major complaints that they're receiving as well. We have the common goal of reducing major injury collisions and also fatal collisions, and also the common goal of utilizing community outreach and public relations to help with this.
One person who dies on the road or is severely injured has basically a snowball effect on the rest of the community. That's why we're trying to get to zero, so that we don't have a health crisis on our hands.
To give that public health perspective about how injuries really impact a community and impact public health, impact our hospitals, and we want to prevent that as much as possible. It has been such a wonderful opportunity to have public health at the table when plans like Vision Zero are being created, because there's a lot to consider when we're thinking about public health and public works. And Vision Zero has such an amazing concept of trying to really set the stage, make things right from the start, so that the people who are using our streets and our sidewalks are healthy, are safe.
We're looking at a situation where no death on our roadway is acceptable. The Vision Zero plan is a data-driven approach. We looked at all of the collisions that occurred on our roadways. With that, we developed what was called a high injury network, and that identified hotspots throughout the county where there are a lot of either fatal collisions or severe injury collisions. We tried to refocus on our energies and limited funds towards those areas. And how do we do that? You develop projects to try to implement countermeasures that would help reduce, if not eliminate, those fatalities in the future. Countermeasures can be curb extensions or bulb outs, which enhance pedestrian safety by shortening crossing distances. Rumble strips provide an audible warning to reduce incidences of head-on collisions. Rapid repeating flashing beacons are used at marked crosswalks to enhance pedestrian safety. Raised crosswalks are undulations at crosswalks which require approaching vehicles to reduce speed. With the road diet, let's reduce lanes. Let's get rid of the lanes. Let's repurpose the lanes for, say, bicyclists or pedestrians.
Now, we have a goal with the CHP called lowering the mileage to death rate. And with Vision Zero, this is an action plan that is going to help us do that. And that's something we seek to do every year. Lower the amount of collisions, the amount of deaths, the amount of major injuries that we see on our roads. Also working with Public Works, we're able to use our social media and our community outreach to be able to speak to our citizens and find where these problem areas are and find where they want us to put our educational efforts.
We cannot develop a Vision Zero plan in a void. We need partners, and partners who are actively looking at safety throughout the county.
We both want to use things like social media, getting into high schools, talking with our new drivers, talking with some of our older drivers, and even talking about pedestrian and bicycle safety.
We were able to get some funding to deploy a campaign, an educational campaign, that urges people to slow down and to be careful and to look out for children in particular. And this was deployed in East County, around the Bay Point community. We're really hoping to be able to deploy this campaign countywide.
Complete Streets is incorporating other road users, not just emphasizing the needs of the vehicular traffic, but looking at the needs of other folks on the road. So a complete street in that it accommodates bicyclists safely. It accommodates pedestrians safely. It provides refuges for people to perhaps stop in between as they're crossing the road.
There's a walking school bus that has been established for a while. And the children walk about almost a mile from Verde Elementary School to a local community center. And along the route, they had trouble feeling safe for a number of reasons, including there were no crosswalks and it wasn't sort of highlighted as a safe route for the children to walk. And we brought them an idea that we could paint some beautiful stencils on the sidewalks with the help of the community, and we were able to find a little funding, collaborate with others, including Public Works. It took us about 3 paint days, but we managed to put stencils all the way from Verde Elementary to the community center. It looks beautiful, the children love it, they feel safer.
Another real positive to adopting a Vision Zero plan is looking at sustainability. Because when we walk, bike, roll instead of driving, what we're doing is not only helping our own health and benefit, we're also reducing the amount of carbon in the air and thus producing an overall better environment.
To learn more about the Vision Zero program, visit our website, cccpublicworks.org.